All right, we've got a pretty unusual car, very low, silver, sleek. It's a Buckler 90 made in 1961, and we have the owner of the car here to talk to. Hello, David.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm registrar for the Buckler Car Register.
Are there many Buckler cars about?
We know of about 120 odd surviving around the world. There's quite a few in New Zealand. We've got evidence that about 270 cars or chassis were built, but there are many missing examples.
Okay, it's a British-built car?
Oh yes, definitely. Yes, yeah. Derek Buckler built his first car in 1947. It had an innovative space frame chassis. He tried to go into production car making in 1949, but
right.
It was a bad time because of lack of materials.
Yeah.
But the first car he built was very successful, winning over 200 events, and people took notice and said, "Oh, can you build me a chassis?"
Okay.
So that's how it started, and Derek Buckler's credited with starting the kit car industry.
Right, so these are all their kit cars then, are they,
Yes,
basically?
yeah. Buckler's
So
made...
what are they based on?
Well, the Buckler chassis, that's what they were known for.
Yeah.
The donor car in the early days was a Ford sit-on beg pop.
Okay.
This particular chassis was designed for 1172 racing, so you were constrained to use the Ford side valve engine. But a whole range of engines have been fitted, include up to a 2.5 litre Daimler V8, which Derek Buckler's grandson owns.
Wow, that's amazing. These were principally used for racing, were they, or road cars?
Derek Buckler's idea was to bring motorsport within the reach of the average man in the street. So the early cars were multi-purpose, used during the day for work or shopping, and then at the weekend they could do trials, circuit racing, whatever took their fancy.
It's a multi-purpose vehicle,
exactly,
really.
Yeah.
So this particular one is a two-seater.
Yes.
Do they do more than two-seaters, or are they all two-seaters?
There are a few examples of four-seaters, yes, but mainly they're two-seaters.
I was just thinking about your shopping car.
Well, yes, yeah.
So you get a few bits of shopping in there.
Yes, yes.
But this is obviously a two-seater. Tell us a little bit more about this particular car.
Well, the body is unique. It was made by a fairly local company, Morris Gom, in Old Woking. I don't think the company exists anymore. But the chassis is called a 90 because tuned under the 1172 regs, it could achieve 90 miles an hour. There's quite a few examples of this chassis, but they have different bodies, fiberglass bodies or other aluminium bodies. So the body is unique, but there's plenty of examples of the 90 chassis.
Okay, this is obviously aluminium bodied.
Yes.
Were they painted ever, or were they just kept like this?
This was painted when I bought it, but for years I had nowhere decent to store it.
Okay.
And the paintwork bubbled, so I stripped it.
You just stripped it right now.
I did find that the primer was about 2 millimetres thick to cover up the machining works, but people say, no, don't paint it, because you can see all how it was made, the different panels that was used, put together. So I'll just leave it.
That gives it character.
Well,
doesn't it?
It does, yeah. It makes it stand out. Makes it hot as well.
Well, yeah, I guess it would do, really,
yeah.
Doesn't it? So it's a bit warm when you're driving this,
yes,
I'd imagine.
Yes.
Let's have a quick look on the interior. What's that? Is that Margie?
Yes, named
story there?
After my mother. She was always very interested in what I was doing to the car, restoring it, and she would have dearly loved to have had a ride in it. She did have when she was about 87, she had a ride in my other Buckler, which is a trial style body, but fortunately she died just short of her 100th birthday before. Quite how you'd get a 98-year-old woman into
one
this
of these.
and out again, I don't know.
But
no, so at least she can be with me.
Well, she's with you.
And this is her handwriting as well.
Oh, is it? Oh,
yes, a copy of her handwriting. Yeah.
That's nice touch. So it's all pretty basic in here.
Very basic, yes. No heater. 3-speed box, Ford box.
Okay.
Not much room for your feet when you're driving it.
No.
So it's not all that comfortable to drive.
And the seats look a little bit...
Well, they're rudimentary, yeah. I do intend getting a trimmer to make some decent seats for it, yeah.
What is the performance like on this? Is it it's pretty zippy?
In theory it could do 90 miles an hour,
really?
But I wouldn't like to drive it at that speed. Certainly not on the road anyway.
No, might get away with it on a track.
Well, you might do, yes, yeah.
Even though I think it's probably going to be pretty...
A similar car, the owner reckoned he'd had it up to 120.
Really?
With that same chassis, and that's got an aluminium body as well.
Gracious. That's incredible. So, what's in the back then? We've got a bit of space
Hinge,
here.
yes. I can open up if you like.
Is there anything in there?
Oh yes, yeah. Spare wheel, tools, spares, etc. So it's quite a large area under there.
All right, okay. Well, we won't have a look under there.
No, okay.
It looks a bit tricky to...
Bit of a performance, yeah.
The front opens
Similarly,
up. Yeah.
hinges,
And we've got
clamshell.
the engine in there.
Yeah. It's Ford 10 engine.
It's a Ford 10?
Yes, side valve.
Okay. Is that easy to open up? Could we look at that? Or is that a bit tricky?
Well, I'd need to move the...
oh, if you have to move
the display
don't
thing,
worry about
yeah.
it, don't worry.
Yeah.
And what about the wheels? What are they?
The wheels were made by Bucklers. They're Ford centres welded into 13-inch rims.
Okay. They look pretty unusual.
Well, lots of people think they're VW wheels, but they're not.
Yeah.
That's a
These
real
are unique
no-no
to
use.
Buckler wheels.
Yeah. Well, say they're Ford centres. So.
Lovely. And you're the registrar of the Buckler...
Correct. Yes, car register.
Car register.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
So I've got a database.
So you know
of
how
all
many
the
cars are
and who
existing
owns
still
them.
now.
Well,
Yeah.
all, apart from two that I've lost track of,
Right.
unfortunately.
So you've tracked them all down.
Yes. Well, I inherited a lot of information when I took over the role.
Yeah, yeah. Lovely.
Sorry.
Oh, right, we're going in there. Fantastic. Well, thank you very much, David, for showing us around your car today. Very
You're
unusual.
welcome. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.